over. Wait. Sorry, this is awkward. Gotta reach around you. Ahoy there, and welcome to another episode of the Let's Get Kraken podcast. If you are new here, hi, I'm Eden. I'm the owner of Kraken Made, where I sell my handmade progress keepers, bags, and I also sell my own pattern designs. You can find me on Instagram as the Craft and Kraken, just Craft and Kraken Made. I can't even remember my own name. Craft and Kraken Made. There we go. You can also find me on Love Crafts and PayHip. All the links are down below, as is the links to all the projects I'm going to show you. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I always appreciate it. If you like the podcast, do subscribe. I always forget to say that. It seems like a very YouTuber thing to do, so gotta do it once in a while. It is a extremely dreary day out today. I can't seem to win with the weather when it comes to podcasting. So we are out in my living room today by these big windows to get some light in and just get all cozy because it is a chilly June day here. I live on Vancouver Island, which is the west coast, if you don't know, in Canada. So it is a chilly day today. We had some pretty nice hot days earlier this week. I got seriously burned, so that wasn't fun at all. But I'm healing up and yeah, I've had my fill of summer already. I am a cold weather person and I'm ready for summer to be done. I would like my fall and winter back, please. But today's pretty nice to get all cozy. I've got, the only thing I have knit with me today is my giant puff stitch hexagon blanket, which I made last Christmas. Whoa! Knock you over. The mic out of the way. Sorry. But yeah, it's this big old blanket that I made with my Storyweaver yarn advent calendar and held it. It was a fingering weight advent calendar. I held it double with Madeline Tosh wood smoke? Chimney smoke? I think it was chimney smoke. But it was just a very neutral gray. And yeah. So I don't have any finished objects to show today. I do have quite a few whips. All socks. This is a sock themed episode because that's what I've been working on lately. I just want to knit socks all the time right now. So that is what I've been doing. Recently this week I started a new sock and that has been what I've been working through. I really wanted just a vanilla sock, so that's what I started. And yeah, so might as well get into it. Okay. I'll start off with my newest sock right here. So I'm just knitting a straight vanilla sock. It's a 64 stitch sock with a short row heel. I'm just doing it magic loop, toe up, because I really like doing my socks toe up. And it's been so much fun to do. This yarn is so much fun. I showed this yarn the last episode. This is Coffee Shop from Tofino Knit Co. It is so pretty, and it knits up really fun. It's almost like a self-striping. That was not on purpose, but that's what it's been doing. And even like the short row heel I did, it changed up the look a little bit, but then it went right back to its regular striping. So that has been really fun. I'm doing these on size 2.25 US 1 on my Chia Goose, and I love these needles for knitting socks. They're really nice and smooth, but also have enough grip that your stitches aren't gonna fly off. And then all these progress keepers on the side. Been using these to count every 10 rows up the leg so that I can match my socks pretty easily. I'm more of a row counter than knit by measurement. I find that if I knit by measurement, I'm going to be measuring every single row and feeling like I'm not getting anywhere. So row counting helps me a lot. So this is a confetti cake that I made for podcast anniversary and my Instagram when I reached 1,000 people. Followers. Yeah, followers. It's hard to discriminate subscribers and followers through YouTube and Instagram. And then this one I made. I feel like I need to sneeze. Nope, it's gone. This cake, it's a blue moon cake and it like glows in the dark. I wouldn't be able to show it off, but I made these a while ago that were pretty fun. This one, I don't actually know what it is. I found it in one of our tins. I'll have to ask Mom what it is. She would know. And I'll just put it down there. But yeah, so that is for my row counts. I think I'm going to do 50 rows up and then a 20 row cuff. And that should be pretty good size. I really wanted to just start this sock to be a palette cleanser because I've been knitting between a bunch of designs and I really wanted something that had no thinking involved, because this short row heels are my go-to heel. It's something that I have memorized completely, and it's been really nice to just knit away. This will be day 4 of knitting this sock. I don't time myself. I should do that 30 minutes of knitting that I see people doing. My mom is actually doing it quite a bit with her socks. But yeah. So this will be day 4 and I hope to finish the sock today. So we'll see what happens. So that is my first sock. And I'll talk about the tea I'm drinking. I brought the tin over. Wait. Sorry, this is awkward. Gotta reach around you. Sorry. There we go. This is Harney & Sons Master Tea Blenders, and this is the Paris. I got this for Christmas, and it is the most delicious black tea I've ever had. It's so good. But I'm on my last bag. So it was so good while it lasted. It is black tea, vanilla flavor, black currant flavor, natural bergamot oil, caramel flavor, and contains natural flavors. It is delicious. And yeah, I think this has got to be one of my favorite teas. It's so good. Okay. Put my tea over there. Next up, show you, I got a lot of progress done on my other microphone. Sorry, this is making noise. Let's fix this. Maybe if I did this instead. Better? Hopefully. I'm not a professional mic person. I guess I'll show you this one next. This sock is a sock that I'm knitting with my cousin as a share-a-pair. I've gotten a little bit done on it. I've put progress keepers for these little light bulb things for every 10 rows. And it has been such a joy to make. This yarn is like, isn't that perfect? Like, it's a perfect variegated. And the colors are mint and oxide from Crux Fibers. Show them in the balls. There they are. It's so smooth and nice. This is, I love it. Yeah. I haven't been working on it too much because I don't want to get crazy ahead of my cousin as she's knitting. We're pretty close to the same place. So I'm just going to knit to where I'm going to start the heel and then set it aside until she's ready to do her heel so we can do it together and she can learn how to do that. I'm probably just going to teach her how to do a short row heel. Depends on what she wants to learn. We could learn heel flap and gusset together. I've been intending to do that at some point, but we'll get there. So yeah, again, I'm doing these on 2.25 millimeter US ones on another pair of Chiagoos. I'm doing it magic loop. So this is just another vanilla sock, 64 stitches, 20 rows for the cuff, and then 40 rows for the leg, or 50, depends on how much I want to knit it. Okay, next sock. Told you, all sock projects today, I believe, because that's all I've been wanting to work on. Technically, I have one non-sock project, but I can't show it because it's a surprise. You'll see it later in September, so don't worry. I am just working on the heel on my other I Do sock for my fiance. So the main color is David Bowie from Black Cat Custom Yarn, and the contrast color is orange from Kate Celine. I am doing this sock on size 0, US 0, 2 millimeter needles. I do use 2.25 a lot, but I really love doing socks on size 2 millimeter needles. It creates such a nice dense fabric. I've talked about it a lot before, but yeah, it makes such a nice dense fabric and makes it feel like a nice sturdy sock. So yeah, just doing the short row heel on this sock. And the progress keeper, I didn't show it on the other sock, did I? I always forget about those, is a little cake that I made years ago when I first started. And on this sock, I have a little treasure chest that I made. Those are in the shop right now. I have not worked on my pair yet. I've been concentrating on his pair because I want to get this done before July, which is in a few days. So today is June 24th. And yeah, so gotta get going on that. But yeah, I'll show you the full one. Again, I've got one done. It's so fun. And oh yeah, this is my latest design going on. This is the I Do sock, and this is in honor of me and my fiance's wedding coming up. And it's supposed to be like, this is called the interlocking rings cable. And so this is coming out in July, I think the second week of July, July 10th, I believe. So yeah, that will be coming out soon. It is just in testing right now. My testers are doing an amazing job. They're so sweet, and I'm loving the combinations. Seeing them, that's always my favorite part of designing a new design, is seeing people do your design in colors you wouldn't expect, because different people like different colors, and so what you think would go really well together can be different than another person's idea, and then be like, I never thought of that. So it's been really cool to see what they're making. Good tea. Alright, let's put you there. Oh yeah, I'll show you my mug. This is the inspiration for my shop and my name for the podcast, Let's Get Kraken. On the back it says refuse to sink, which is a good motto. Okay, next sock is, of all things, a new design. Because I couldn't help myself. Alright, so I showed this yarn the last time from, okay, I thought I lost a needle there. This is the Merida Sock set that I showed on the last episode from Dragon Horde Yarn from her Disney Princesses series. This was the first from May, so it's super pretty. This is called Mend the Bond Torn by Pride, and it's blues and greens, and then this beautiful orange contrast. And on here is my new sock design. Let's get my face out of there. It is a very simple, it's not a cable, but it has the ideas of moving stitches over to create these V's, and then some pro rows. The patterning is called Climbing the Fence, and I really love how it looks on this yarn. It really pops, and then it's a contrast color toe, and it's been a lot of fun. I always keep light bulb markers around as my cable needles when I'm specifically doing sock cables. They're really nice for just the tiny little loops. So I just attach it to the sock when I'm not using it, and it's always there. The Progress Keeper is a little mug of beer that I made, and there are some of these in the shop right now, I believe. And I don't know what I'm going to call this pattern yet. I'm going to work on it a little bit at a time when I want to. I don't want to rush it. It's been very enjoyable. I love this yarn, so that just makes it extra special. And yeah, so let me know what you think this should be called. I don't know quite yet. It kind of inspires me from the movie, if you've seen it, The Great Escape, which is a very old movie about the Great Escape in World War II that has Steve McQueen in it. And yeah, it kind of reminds me of that movie, so I might name it after that, but let me know what you think, what it should be called. And I have no bag for this because it's just been sitting out when I knit on it, kind of like a little flag. And it just sits out, usually where I sit in the living room and come and knit. I'll show you the bag again. I've shown this quite a few times. I love this bag from Noble Character Crafts, and it's got this bandana pattern on the front, and it's neon green on the inside. It's got some pockets and a little hook here to hold stitch markers, which is so great. It's one of my favorite bags, and this is holding 3 pairs of socks in it. So that just shows how big this bag is. It could hold a 4th. And my last pair of socks, so many socks, is my Bluegrass Socks. So I did quite a bit of work on these afterwards. I hope I'm not rubbing against the microphone. This is going to be a really annoying sounding episode. I'm sorry. Hope it's not making a whole lot of noise. But what we've got here, I've put heels into both of them, and yeah, so one's a little further than the other, and this is down the foot. This was originally done 2 at a time, but then it got changed to doing them 1 at a time because I've been preferring doing my socks 1 at a time, just to feel like I'm getting a lot of progress done. And then on here, my progress keepers, I've got a little Kraken holding a jewel, and a little cookie on this one with stars, both mine. I'm doing these on size 2.25 DPNs because that's what I had. I've kind of put them aside for now because I've got a lot of other socks going on and patterns to be writing or doing, knitting. So yeah, those have been set aside for a little bit, but I will come back to them pretty soon because I love them and can't wait to wear them. This is Mondim yarn, 100% Portuguese wool, in the color 207, which is a mix of pinks and mint greens and blacks and a little, they call it brown, but I'd say it's like a mulberry purple in there. It's creating these really pretty stripes. And yeah, Bluegrass Socks by Amy Kate of A Graceful Tangle. I was lucky enough to test these for her, and I cast these socks on right after I finished my first pair because I loved the pattern so much. I highly recommend it. So those are all my works in progress that I've been working on lately. All socks. Technically, yeah, the other project that I can't show is not a sock, but yeah, you'll see it later. And I threw most of these socks into this bag, my Knit Circus bag from Jennifer, the Thriftless Knitter. So sweet to send this. It holds so much. It's amazing. And yeah, I got one acquisition. I talked about this, well, kind of talked about this the last time. It showed up the day after I podcasted, so this is my next Disney Princess sock set for June. This is The Dreams That You Wish Will Come True, and this is the Cinderella set. It's so pretty. And this is on her Lore Fingering, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, which is like, it's a thicker fingering. It kind of shows on this sock that it's thicker, and I'm doing these on size 0s. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, size 0 DPNs, so it's a nice firm fabric. And so I'm very excited to make something with this. It'll probably end up being another pair of socks in the end. You never know. So, I don't know, maybe a new design, or maybe just a vanilla pair of socks. I really want to knit more vanilla socks now, knowing that it's such a refresher to do and that I don't get second sock syndrome as much anymore. So that's good to know. And yeah, so love it. Dragon Horde yarn. She's amazing. Love her so much. Yeah. So yeah, that is all the yarny stuff I have to show you today. Yeah, I don't know if anything else. I will have more Disney Princess stuff showing up next month. I got her Pocahontas and Aurora set, so Sleeping Beauty set. I'm very excited about those. Those Merida, Cinderella, Aurora, and Pocahontas are probably all my favorite Disney princesses, so that it's been really fun seeing how she interprets them and makes them. She always hits the nail right on the head. It's amazing. Not much else going on other than knitting, and the I Do socks are being tested and I'm knitting them, and that will be my next pattern out and about. I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow, which will be very nice. I'm going to get my hair cleaned up. It's been over a year since I've had a proper haircut. My mom's cut my hair a couple times last year. Was it last January? I think it was. Last January, I had my hair cut pretty short, maybe. Yeah. So I'm not going to get any length cut off because I want to grow my hair out, but I do want it to be a little cleaned up a little bit because it is getting a little brittle on the ends. Yeah, so that is all that is going on. And I'm always terrible at outros because I don't know how to like subtly do it, and I don't want to do it too abruptly. Like, don't want to just be like, bye, boink. But yeah. So I shall say goodbye, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, or whatever time it is you're watching this, and that you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.